So what is your organization working on? Or what's the biggest thing that you guys have been working on in the last year?
So this year we focused on our Life on a Spectrum presentation. I created that in 2012, but this year we actually partnered with the YMCA, and now they are allowing us to use their facility the first and third Thursday of the month to bring awareness to families in our community, as well as community members that just want to learn about signs of autism or how to respond to the autism community.
So what are you guys doing at those meetings? Are they the same every week? Are they different? Like, how are they different?
There's completely different. Every week is something different. Sometimes I will talk. Sometimes we'll have guest speakers coming in from different organizations or businesses that offer a resource to families that have needs. I found that for me to go and take the time to find resources or opportunities for me to help raise my son, those hours of the day aren't there. And I know families are dealing with the same thing. Time is the biggest issue because you're focused on taking care of that kid and giving them the right life skills. So for me, I'm bringing those resources to these families without them having to go research them. And we're vetting those resources to make sure that they are people that are going to be safe for our communities and offer something that's not, I call it, predatorial.
Awesome. I know there's another big program that Sons of Autism is working on. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
So that's our Responders Unite campaign. My husband is a Phoenix police officer. He's been on for 10 years, and just having conversations with him about officers trying to respond correctly to a crisis intervention with somebody that had autism, they're very confused. They don't know what it is. They don't know what they're looking at. So they would call him, on calls asking questions about how to respond. When he started telling me this, it made me really sad because for me, our son goes out and plays in the community, and at times if he has an issue or somebody comes across him and they think that he might be on drugs or drinking alcohol, that could be very scary for everybody involved. So for us, Goodyear Police Department has adapted our program. It's called Responders Unite, and together we're writing curriculum to educate officers to become ambassadors of our program. Those ambassadors, once they've been trained, will go into classrooms, mental health facilities, hospitals, anywhere that houses or supports the autism community, and they will educate them on a crisis intervention so that when these kids come across that in their lives, they're prepared to respond correctly.
Excellent. So I heard that you were recording some music this week, or getting ready to record some music.
So Sounds of Autism has many different meanings, but one of them is the music that I create. I've been writing music forever. At 16, I produced my first song, and now I took that talent and put it into training and educating people awareness about autism through music. Landon learned how to talk with a Michael Bublé song. He heard it over and over for about a year, and one day he started humming and singing the song, and I'm like, oh my God, this kid can't even talk, and I thought he was deaf. So when he started humming and in tune, I'm like, oh my gosh, this kid knows music. So I want to bring awareness to the different things that are out there to offer awareness for families, and music therapy seems to be the biggest and the most fun for me because I do write music about it.
Excellent. So there are a couple other programs that I've been hearing about, or meetings or groups that may be coming up. What should we be looking for?
Yes, so we right now are in the works of making a Siblings on Board organization through our organization, where these kids can meet up and just kind of talk about their feelings and what it is to be a sibling of autism. Sometimes they get lost. Most of the times they get lost in the mix, and we want to make sure that they're not forgotten. So Siblings on Board is going to be something that we introduce to our public eventually, but we really wanted to make sure that we had a Responders Unite and Life on a Spectrum program going first.
Excellent. And then can you tell me a little bit about what you guys are doing for families?
Yeah. So for families, we have our website that'll bring awareness to the different resources that we have. So if families can't attend our meetings, they can go onto our website, which will probably launch around July. We're updating everything. So they can go on there. They can see all the different things that we do. They can go on Facebook. We are a support group. So they have 24/7 access to us. They can, respond to us publicly, or they can do it privately, but they have that, and they have a community of people around that are dealing with the same issues that they are. And then there's a community there that are just there to learn and support. We do have a plan to start working with Mommies in the Park type mentality, where we're going to educate some of the younger moms how to raise these kids and get out in the community. Our mission is to integrate, so we want to help them do that. And so there'll be meetup groups and things that we have coming our way. And then, long term, I see us working on some bigger projects that will help them when they become adults. Landon's 16, so we have a couple more years before he's truly an adult, and we want to make sure that we provide the best transition into that life. So we are working on bringing a community together to offer job skills, life skills, things like that, to give these adults a chance to have a typical life for the rest of their lives.
Excellent. How can people support Sons of Autism going into Autism Awareness Month?
Oh my gosh, Autism Awareness Month. I feel like we just did this a year ago. So at this time, I think the biggest thing is for everybody in our community to realize that this is the largest epidemic in the United States. It's 1 in 59 kids. So when they see a family and they see that this child might have the signs, or this adult might have the signs of somebody with autism, I encourage them to acknowledge it with the family. What can I do to help support you? Or bring awareness to our program so that people don't feel like they're alone. When I talk to families in these meetings that we do, or talk to police officers, every one of them has a sigh of relief at some point during the process. And a lot of times that sigh of relief is finally someone is bringing something out into the community, bringing that voice or that opportunity for people to learn. And there's so many organizations in our community that offer resources, but none of us are going to spend our marketing dollars on bringing awareness to what we're doing. So with our awareness campaign, we're going to help those communities bring their resources to these families and give everybody a chance to have the opportunity to have a lifestyle for their child that's typical.